Okay, welcome back. Hello again. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chloe. This is Dottie, and I talk about everything that I love here on my YouTube channel, which includes plants. I'm also an artist, a painter, illustrator, tattooer, so I post about art on here as well, and I do vlogs sometimes. So thank you for being here. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers from my Hoya video, and I do have a planty themed video this week again. And as you can see, based on our positioning here, it's going to be a chill one. We're just going to talk about the plants that I have on my wish list for 2026. Now, I don't plan on purchasing any of them because realistically, I don't have a whole bunch of room. I do have a little bit of room, maybe for like one or two. These are just some that are on my radar. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull everything up on my iPad here. Okay, and we're just gonna go in random order here, I think. So the first one is going to be any type of pink variegated Alocasia. Pink Alocasia have been on my wish list for a really long time, but they're really expensive. Whenever I went to PlantCon, they were selling a plug, like a little 1-inch plug for, I think like $95. And that's just too much money to spend on a plant. But I'm either thinking like the black velvet variegated or the bambino would be really nice because I don't have a regular bambino. What? Yeah, pink variegated bambino would be really cute. Those seem to be a decent price. I'm just a huge fan of this variegation. It seems to be really stable. I used to be a bigger fan of Alocasia than I am now. I have a good time growing them, but whenever they start to get bigger, they start to not do as well and they start to only have like a few leaves. They also can be kind of difficult with lighting because, in my opinion, they look best whenever they have access to light all the way around so that they kind of have a nice shape, because if you only have light on one side, all of the leaves are going to kind of warp and go to one side. That's kind of what's happening to my black velvet right now. But yeah, some sort of pink Alocasia would be amazing. I would be happy with any kind, but that's been on my list for like a year and a half now. Okay, next we have Hoya sulawesiana. This Hoya is so cool. I love the super long, dark, sharp looking leaves, and these leaves can get really big as well. I just love the shape of them. They have that really thick texture that I love. These also have been a little bit outside of my budget whenever I've looked them up. I've been seeing like $55 for like a 3-inch pot, which I know and I acknowledge that that is not super crazy in the whole realm of the plant collection world, but that's just my own personal preference. I don't want to spend more than like 40 or 50 bucks on a plant. Also, the flowers on this thing are so fuzzy and hairy. They look so cool, and I'm such a big fan of anything furry or hairy in plants. On top of that, they have this awesome fuchsia, quinacridone, magenta type of color. Yeah, obsessed. Okay, next we have Manjula pothos. Now, I didn't think that I would ever want another type of pothos just because they're a little uninteresting to me, but I would specifically want to grow this climbing because the leaves of this climbing get huge. I don't know if you guys have seen Sydney Plant Guy. His climbing Manjula pothos is so beautiful. The variegation just expands and gets so blown out and looks so beautiful. I'm having some issues with my golden pothos right here. It's in a weird spot. It doesn't really like that spot. It doesn't get great light back there, but anyway, I wouldn't grow it trailing, I would grow it climbing. And I think that that would just be really fun. Okay, next we have more Pinguicula. So for Christmas, my mom and her boyfriend got me more of these green glass containers. I'll actually show you one right now. So they got me more of these vintage glass containers to put my Pinguicula in. Here's one of them that I have set up, and as you can see, we have some blank spots here. I could probably fit like 2 more in there, but they gave me like, there's probably 4 more of these. Obviously, I want to get more pings now so that I can fill the containers. And then specifically, the ones that I've been looking at are Pinguicula cyclosecta. I had this one before and it got overwatered and it croaked. Obviously, the purple color is really amazing. I love the colorful pings. Also, this one, Pinguicula gypsicola crossed with Moctezuma. This one has really long, weirdo looking leaves. I love weirdo plants, so this is totally my vibe. It looks like something out of Beetlejuice. Also, Pinguicula Peaches is another one that I've had my eye on. It has a really bright color, kind of like Pinguicula Johanna, but a little bit more magenta. Okay, and then I actually have a couple of succulent / cacti. So the first one is a Crassula Buddha's Temple. These grow so bizarre-like. And they're not too expensive either. This one here that I'm looking at is $12.99 for a little 2-inch pot, which is not too bad. I'll probably wait until the beginning of the summer to get it, but whenever they get really big, they just look magical and out of this world. And I think it would be cool to put some more smaller succulent type plants that can handle high light in the window for the spring, summertime. So yeah, Crassula Crassula Buddha's Temple would be a really good one. Okay, next we have another Alocasia Friedeck variegated. So everyone has this freaking plant. I don't have any variegated Alocasia, but this one has significantly come down in price and availability lately. So I really want one. I was thinking of getting the original sulawesiana. One of my favorite traits in plants is velvet leaves. This has that velvet texture, and the variegation is just really beautiful. Sometimes variegated plants, they can look kind of sick, but this one doesn't. It looks really gorgeous. Second cactus that we have is Fairy Castle cactus. These are just so fun and whimsical looking. They literally look like Fairy Castle. I love the name. I love how they look. This one is kind of lower on my list just because of its spikes. It just seems like a pain in the ass to try to handle it and repot it and everything, but I love the way that it grows. It's very whimsical. Okay, and next is Hoya obscura, specifically the cryptic chrome one. This color is so beautiful. I love silver Hoyas. However, this one is pretty expensive. The cryptic chrome also sun stresses so beautifully. I probably won't get this one, but it is on my wish list for the future. And that's pretty much it for my list. It's pretty short. I, of course, am gonna keep my eye out for any interesting Hoyas as they are quickly becoming my obsession. I don't have any philodendron on my wish list because I'm just focusing on growing the philodendron that I do have really big and beautifully. I'll probably do a philodendron collection sometime soon, maybe in the spring. I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit more impressive before I show them off. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and talking about plants with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!